Want healthier, stronger, shinier hair? Tired of products that don't work for coily or kinky hair? Meet 12 Tribes, the vegan hair care line designed for you. Our products are made with love for your gorgeous coils. We offer hair growth butters, oils, shampoos, and hairsprays. These products help your hair grow long, thick, and shiny. Imagine a hair care line that's 100% vegan and perfect for coily hair. No more guessing if it's really going to work for you. Our butters are rich and nourishing, feeding every strand. Our oils are lightweight but powerful, sealing in moisture without greasy residue. Shampoos and butters leave your hair clean and soft, never stripped. What sets us apart? Our dedication to your hair's needs. No harsh chemicals, just effective, natural ingredients. And the results speak for themselves. Start your journey to healthier, shinier hair today. Visit our Etsy shop, Lisa Crafts. Click the link in the description below. Give your hair the care it deserves. Join our satisfied customers and see the difference.
Y'all, this is the hot topic for today after the NATO summit and all of the blunders that Biden made. You know, when you reach a certain age and you start declining, there is nothing that can be done that's going to stop his decline. It's going to continue on. And, you know, the Democrats are trying to be mad at Biden's aides, saying that they concealed how bad he has declined. But I call BS on that one, y'all. And here's why. They're trying to act like they haven't interacted with Biden all this time. They had to. All right. And what would you do when he was making, you can't tell me he didn't make blunders in front of those politicians up on Capitol Hill. I don't believe that for one moment. I think the Democratic Party chose to ignore a lot of the signs that were right there in their faces. I don't think you can just squarely put this on the aides. This looks pretty lame, Democratic Party. So I'm going to go ahead and play a video, and I will be right back with the rest of my commentary.
Where we were just watching the president speak and give that press conference. And then as soon as he was done, your statement dropped. Obviously, that means you had it ready. Was there not anything that he said that could have changed your mind on calling him to get out of the race?
You know, that's precisely the problem, right? This is not about one press conference, one debate, one speech. This is about the presidency of the United States. It's about an apocalyptically powerful individual and whether the trajectory to the election and the outcome of the election and beyond, in the event that Joe Biden were reelected, into a job that requires you to deal with the most hideous stuff on the planet. The president doesn't get to answer any easy questions. I mean, a debate with Donald Trump is a walk in the park compared to what happens at 4 a.m. in the White House. So this has nothing to do with one particular debate. I didn't put out my statement because there's an old tradition that, politics and partisanship stops at the water's edge. And I wasn't going to do that with the important NATO things happening. But that was the timing.
Well, you heard him get a question from David Sanger about the ability to deal with President Putin, President Xi, and he said, I can deal with them now and I'll be able to deal with them 3 years from now. Do you not agree with that?
Look, it's excruciatingly hard to answer that question, right? Because, a huge part of politics is loyalty and love and emotion. And nobody understands that better or attracts that better than Joe Biden, a storytelling Irishman, who lives in an emotional world. And, those are critical values for politics. That's why, rallies are so exciting. That's why people tear up when they hear the name Bobby Kennedy or Jack Kennedy or John McCain or whatever. But the problem is that can go way too far. And when there's an excess of love and loyalty, you get 70 million Americans who will not budge from their support for a felon, from a criminal, from an adjudicated rapist who has promised to turn this country into an authoritarian country. That's what happens when you won't set aside loyalty and love and emotion. So the stakes are so high that right now the question is, not that, not how loyal are you, but can we avert, forget about, and we can talk more if you like about, the event that Joe Biden were reelected, but can you avert a second Trump presidency? And there is not a single number out there, not one, Cook report telling us that we may lose the House, that says that Joe Biden is going to win. And so the answer to that, which is a fair answer, is that, yeah, but there's still time. There's 4 or 5 months to the election. So then you need to ask yourself, what's the trajectory look like here? Are things getting better? If you believe that the problem the Democrats have is that we haven't gotten our message across, the message of the bipartisan infrastructure law, the message of capping out-of-pocket expenses in Medicare at $2,000, at capping insulin costs at $35, and standing up for veterans, and if you believe that our problem is that we haven't gotten that message across well, and if you also believe that the president has the biggest megaphone, you have to drop the emotion and the loyalty and love and say, in the next 4 or 5 months, is that story going to be told with such precision and poetry and beauty that you will turn around all the numbers that say we are going to lose? And I did this painful thing tonight because for me, the answer to that is I just don't see that trajectory. I don't see the numbers.
So, how long have you lived here?
Personally, y'all, I think Joe Biden was already declining back in 2020 when he took office. If you think about it, when you looked at him debating, didn't sometimes he seem kind of lost? He did to me. And I don't think this just happened. I think this done happened long before he even ran the first time. And like I had told y'all before, my mother had dementia. I started seeing signs of it when my mother was in her early 60s. I started seeing it then. So trust me, this has been going on for quite some time. And if they say it didn't, they're not being very honest at all. So the Democrats are very upset, because the NATO summit was huge. You're now on the world stage with your president, and every time it seems like he had to answer a question, he was blowing it. And you just can't fix this. There are some things that just can't be fixed. This man needs to go somewhere and just have a nice for the rest of whatever part of his life is left. Just enjoy it. Running around and having all this heavy burden of being a president and your mind is declining, it just doesn't work. It's falling apart. They're saying he shouldn't run. Technically, y'all, he should not be in office at all. And, as far as concealing, didn't y'all do that with Ronald Reagan? They said Ronald Reagan was fruitier than a bat cake. Okay. And look, y'all, they do this stuff. They do it all the time. And if you think, look at Mitch McConnell, they do it for him. Mitch is another one. He gets in front of the mic and freeze, and they keep coming back with all kinds of oh, he's fine. He snapped out of it. No, he's not fine. And that situation is going to get worse because this is a man in his 80s. So y'all do that all the time. So stop trying to act all brand new if Biden aides didn't tell you everything. But I still say, didn't y'all interact with Joe Biden, both on the Democratic and Republican side? Didn't y'all both interact with this man over the years that he was there? I find that hard to believe that nobody noticed this and it was just the aides covering it up. I think this is a terrible attempt to take accountability off of the Democratic Party's shoulder. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.